Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 9.11, and as you can see, we are plunging recklessly deep into the Soviet Union. But I think we're going to start the assault. Oh, hold it. Wait just a second. This is okay, it's going to be fortified. What we need to do here is there we go. One of those. Let's drop in one of those here. Just think of this as bringing this up via railway, railway, as they would have. And now we have something that will give us, as we can look here, fort attack plus. See, this is actually, if you look at this, soft attack, hard attack, nothing. Soft attack, just one. That's incredibly nothing. Anti-aircraft, set up with some anti-aircraft guns to protect it. Other than that, it's, combat width is sort of for wide. But what it does do, just so you know, is for modifiers for fort attack for everything else. And for fort defense, somewhat. So if you had them in a fortified place, they do some good. Like if you have your Atlantic wall, say, built up. It'll do some good there, too. 70% is, something real. Not as good as 260%. Amphibious attack, it's just obviously you don't ever want to have an invading force with railway guns coming off the beach, off landing. And then urban attack, since now this will be both urban and fort, so I don't know quite. And urban defense, it helps a bit too. So you notice it's a bit older of a model there, but so we will have that now. How many more do we have? We got now. This is some of the smaller guns we also have down here. Schweradora. So I'm going to use. Where do I stop? We're going to use two of these. They're going to come in from two different directions. Now, what we're going to, I don't think we can't add more here. But for the moment, we don't really need to go anywhere. So now this division here, who has regular artillery, just sort of, light, opposed to medium or whatever, it's not quite as set up as mountain artillery or something. But it does, as you can see, fort attack, fort defense, river attack for going across, that kind of thing. Or forest, where's urban, a little bit for that artillery there. And come up here, we have soft attack 10, very little hard attack. And rockets, here we have a lot more, 20. Soft attack, a little bit of hard attack, a little bit more, so it does more. It doesn't do so well against forts, I see. I didn't know that about rockets. Okay. But come down to urban attack, just a little bit of a minus there. But all that extra soft attack. And we have, of course, engineers, which will help with fort attack. And urban attack. So with all of that, these guys should be rather effective. We also have some heavy tigers there. So I don't know if we want to send guys in. And so, as you may have guessed, having a railway. Oh, also they have tremendously bad retreating ability. So once you get a unit retreating, I don't know, it may take a year to get from one province to another. It's like super long, and I mean that almost literally. It's months. So you don't want to have a railway unit start retreating on you. So be careful in how you use it in that sense. We are trying to come around, swing around behind. Leningrad. Major defeat. Where do we take this? Some division shattered out here. Oh, okay. Oh, it's this counterattack. Okay, well. To join these. Add some Nandos there to our small group. Make it a little more serious of a unit. Yes, we lost that. Bridgehead. Very well. Yeah, a bunch of the rear of these things. You know, well, that does. Yeah, that should be good. Proper armor hitting them there. Yeah, Soviets may think they created a pocket, but we're really coming in right behind that. Right like that. They're already pushing out north here, and that's Moscow. We're at the gates of Moscow as well. Looky, but I'm trying to, shall we say, surround it more than penetrate in at the moment. Maybe doing so, but I'll see about dropping some of those heavy artillery pieces there. A lot of conscripts, a lot of bad units there. And one good thing about surrounding Moscow, multiple good things, but is that they'll try to break out. And if you can hold it, keep them from breaking out, they will exhaust their organization levels as well as manpower level, you know, within the units, so that there we go, they're going, those two were coming across the river as well. They were doing so badly. And like I say, that pocket's no longer a pocket. We can create some pockets here. Not holding my breath on that, but pushing these guys away here. Control that. Push that way. Attacking up there so we can grab some of these guys. Grab. Let's do the Saudis one. We will give them that one. Oh, certainly. We have max Saudis. Here, they're gonna get themselves. Well, they know exhaust themselves, but we got some Sturmgeschütz, heavy artillery there. So let's hit them with the heavy counterattack. Okay, they're gonna come to there. Right. Get across that over there. Okay, now you are surrounded. See, that way I've talked about before about Leningrad and how, you know, they tried to starve it out instead of battle it. I don't know whether, really quite honestly, don't know whether it was ideological in the sense that, hey, we want to preserve the city. It is a fairly historic city. Or whether it was just, hey, it's going to be a god-awful mess fighting in it. Because it is sort of, I mean, you often throw this around, Venice of the North or whatever. It is sort of a canal system. It was built in a swamp. This is entirely correct for its terrain around it. So I could just see it being just a a god-awful battle to rival Stalingrad. Maybe not with the sense of being surrounded in Stalingrad, but just the city battle of Stalingrad, of just the meat grinder, that they just thought, hey, yeah, we'll just sit out here for 6 months, a year, whatever, and then we'll go in once they're just, you know, almost all starved to death. I can see that as being a realistic plan, if you will. And it just turning out that they weren't able to do that because of constantly able to get supplies through. But had they been able to do something like this, had the Finns really come down harder, I don't think there was nearly the level of Soviet armor up here as we see in the game. Okay, I guess we'll send you this way. You at least have anti-tank guns, which is helpful. Okay. In here, where you come from now? I ran 3 now. Get moving east. Oh, it can't move through destroyed terrain. Okay, all the roads are destroyed. I understand that. It's a bummer, but whatever. Okay, push in. I guess you come through 2. Come up through the swamps. But you do well. Attack into there. I'm gathering somewhere here. This wall just last place it can retreat to. You guys go there. Alright, fire unit training. Looks like we can still continue that for a while yet. They retreat back to there, I think. They did your good deed of pushing on the bad guys a bit. Now that they're sort of kind of across this river, we're going to be pursuing them. You attempt that way, cross out through there. On that way, so you come. Try to come back into that. Come this way. You come around. Okay, we've won there, so we're pushing down here. You attack there. Your support. Oh, we're finally clearing this crap out. Good. There. You put that here so you can get fuel off the Romanians. They've got plenty of fuel. Okay. Now that we've got that, you can come in here to guard that city. Von Kleist Panzer Group, don't know. Gonna rebuild them. Army off of you is what? Okay. Oh, good. Now if they're going to attack, then they're going to shatter themselves or just exhaust themselves. Okay, well, we're going to call it an end of the episode. Don't want to make these things too long. I have been making them too long. I'm trying to keep it a bit shorter. So thanks for liking the videos. Do appreciate that. Thanks for just watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Love to see you around more often. And, of course, I really love hearing from you. So post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas, corrections. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.